the reason I did this interview was to pay homage and respect to two people who started this whole collaboration thing of bringing the masses support with your DVD Local Legends. And that was back, what year was that?
05.
Yeah, 05. I put it on Facebook 2 days ago, and it was like people weren't familiar. So y'all had it actually harder back in the day because y'all had to actually travel from city to city to get the content for the DVD.
We used to get up 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Shout out to my man Chris Waddy. Chris Waddy used to come swoop us up early in the morning. What he had? He had that black and gold Escalade there, right? Yep, that's my man. Shout out to Chris Waddy. He used to come swoop us up, make sure we was up like a road manager.
Yep.
Like, yo, let's go. I mean, we went to Beckley, Bluefield,
Morgantown,
we went to Morgantown.
Huntington.
Yeah, and Waddy was riding.
Yeah,
He was riding.
He was there.
riding. That was our
That's
driver.
my man.
Well, you drove sometimes too.
Yeah.
But most of the time he was driving. But
Now,
he drove us to Morgantown.
when y'all got there, how did y'all link up with the people?
We knew a lot of rappers already. And there was a website, I think it was 304live.com, and
Yeah.
the rap community in Charleston,
Chris
not
Castle.
just Charleston, but West Virginia, the rap community was kind of like it's getting back to now, and it was just a lot of people that was networking, and we just came up with the idea, why not put this network in front of people and let them see something. Plus the DVD game was big at that time in New York and in the city.
Everywhere.
So we was like, why not us do a DVD? You know what I'm saying? So my man even came up with the idea, let's do the soundtrack too on top of that. So
In
we
Charleston.
did the soundtrack with it. And to say, people may not know who we are now, that made me kind of feel like an antique. But
my son always tell me I'm old, but guess what? Like,
Classic is timeless.
like
for sure.
I mean,
We
hey, it is what it is, man.
we definitely was trying to show some love at the time though, because we kind of put ourselves on the back burner and was trying to put people out there and let them get some airtime. It's a lot of people on that DVD that didn't have bodies of work or just could have been. We walked up in Bluefield, walked up on a couple people on the street, kids and everything, and they was ready to freestyle. So it was just a little bit of everything, man.
Right, everywhere though. Everywhere we went, I mean, if you had talent, like, we was checking for you. We didn't really care who you were. We went, like, to cities to interview certain people, but, we went to a gas station or, we passed by cleaners or a car wash, and, boom, there it was. If you go back and look at the DVD, you'll see people in their rawest elements. We talking about gas stations and the back of clubs and the alleys, and backyards and front yards, and it was like that. It wasn't like it is now. It was definitely way harder to get heard then than it is now. So,
but it was a nice community, and I think where I see now, because it felt like it died out a little bit for a while, but now it seems like it's coming back to where you're at least seeing artists put music out, because all these dudes are rapping your ear all day, but you just don't see people put their music out enough.
I'll be honest with you, if you go look on the DVD, it's probably maybe only a handful of guys that actually still, work on their craft.
If any.
It's a few that still work on their craft. I mean, I know guys personally, they still my personal friends, so I know, but it's a lot of dudes that's not. But don't never give up.
Sure.
All right, so back when we used to record music, it was like, it was a thing where we wanted to do it in one take.
One take.
That's because studio time was so expensive. You gotta think, hour's $55. And you wanna go in there and you wanna 100 take your verse?
Right.
What time you got the mix? You want your song done right then and there.
Yep.
But now you can pull out your phone, you can record on that. Dude to pull up with a laptop and a mic, and you can go in right then and there. They got you couldn't do that before. We used to go at Bob's. What Bob had? 180 tracks, 140 tracks.
My man Bob, man.
Bob was
Big
the
Bob
man.
Webb. He was a legend. He probably done some things in here.
He was the man.
Yeah, Bob Webb is a legend. I think he
everybody know Bob. Shout out to Bob.
Yeah, man, it's just totally different from then and now, especially with the social media
Yeah.
And when we made this Local Legends DVD, I can remember because I edited, and YouTube would only let you upload 15 minutes of a video. And so I had to chop it up. Nobody has ever seen the actual interviews in our DVD. All they've seen is the chopped up rapping, the spitting, the verb.
You had to buy the hard copy, and of course,
no doubt, yeah.
We
Some
sold,
people
we
bought
sold
the hard
about
copy.
2,000 of those hard copies with the soundtrack.
Yeah.
We might do a digital download.
YouTube was new. YouTube was new at the time. That tell you how ancient this is. But at the same time, we didn't have it where we can take a video on the phone, upload it like these guys can do, which I wish we did, and I think things would have been a lot different. But you know, that's why the video, when you go on YouTube and type in Local Legends, that's why you see 3 parts, because you can only put 15 minutes on it back then.
But not anymore.
Now you can go.
You be on there all day.
Yeah, for sure.
So you check out the senior group. She'll let you know when the full joint gonna drop. We're gonna do something special for y'all. Repackage it,
we
put
might
it back
need to
out.
bring some of them interviews out. Some of them interviews is comical. Some of them is very informational. I still got the footage, the raw footage, but we just had to put something on YouTube.
We had about 20-something hours worth of footage.
We had a lot of footage.
The first edit, you had 6 hours. I laughed at you over the phone, and you told me to come down to the college.
Had to cut that thing.
And I went in there, and you were serious, and it blew my mind because I never knew nothing about none of that. That was your thing. My thing was getting the questions right, actually doing the actual interviews, asking the questions, all that. That was my legwork. You just
and like he hit on too, though. Going back to the artists themselves, man. Shout out to all of them. We had some big pioneers in their own hometowns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Morgantown had 6'6". You know what I'm saying? I think Mule was up that way at that time.
Rest in peace to my man Mule.
For sure. Bluefield had Tiger.
Yeah.
Huntington just had the whole self-made, and they was just Huntington set it out. Like they was ready for all the cameras. They was ready for all the action, all the smoke.
Yeah.
Where else we go? In Charleston, we from here, so it was kind of easy to move around. You know, it wasn't a lot of necessarily.
A lot of raw talent in Charleston.
A lot of raw talent.
Man.
It wasn't a lot of people that was putting out CDs in Charleston, but everybody rapped, so we was running up on everybody, and they was spitting, so it turned out right. You can't forget Beckley. Beckley set it out too, man. With the red brush, there's a few rappers over there. We caught up with some dudes. If you look on the DVD, they in the street cutting hair, standing up. My man must have been talented, giving my man a fade, standing up right in the middle of the brush.
Yeah.
It seems like Charleston was on a decline for a minute on the music tip, but now just like we popping. So I mean, what do y'all think about this resurgence of music that's going on the scene?
I like it, man. I've been seeing a lot of videos and stuff, and I'm in a totally different lane, but I still listen, and I still like to see a valuable piece of work. You know what I'm saying? And I listen, and it's a lot of people getting on video, doing they work, and it's kind of getting back to where it used to be as far as the number of people that's doing things. But kind of what we was talking about was, like you said, people don't support each other enough. Right. You know, are you gonna retweet this man's video, or are you gonna repost this man's video? You know, if it's not yours, are you gonna help that man get his views up? I don't know if that happens. Or are you gonna go to that show and bring people to that man's show? Right. I don't know if that always happens, but back in the day, man, Charleston was always split up. It was always split up. Huntington, they stuck together. So when you go to a show with Self-Made, it was you had hype men everywhere. You know what I mean? And they still like that to this day.
Yeah.
But you know, I applaud people that do go out and support each other, man, because it's not easy in this music business coming out of West Virginia at all. You know, so somebody if we ain't behind ourselves, ain't nobody gonna get behind us.
Yeah. The
visuals is A1.
Good music though, man. I mean, like you said, this is not your lane, so it's like that's their music.
For sure.
Your mama hated your music.
For sure.
So you're gonna hate your kids' music, and
Yeah, man.
That's where we at right now. It just so happens that you still make music. So it's like, you know, you at a crossroads, but not really, because I just be like, yo, you doing something, that's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
And what I always tell you, if the beat good, then that's all you need. If the beat good, that's all you need.
They got
good songs too, you know.
It's a movement.
I'm heavy on good songs too.
It's a movement going on. I mean, outside of us being, you know, in our generation, you still got Duck City.
Mm-hmm.
They still moving, and that's why when you shouted them as legends, maybe back then when we was out, because we should have got them too, because they was around.
We got in the cut on that.
We got the cut, but we didn't get Cookie and Jerry.
We didn't get to get them.
But
we got in the cut on that.
But they definitely deserve it now, because they never stopped. Duck City never stopped. They kept going.
Doing their thing.
They
Shout out
holding
to Duck City.
They holding Charleston down for sure, man. And
Yeah.
you know, as far as us older guys, the generous, not a lot of us left, but these youngins, they moving. It's a movement going on, man. And I just ask, I hope that they would try to start putting some type of substance in the music. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, especially with what's going on in the world, there's a lot going on right now.
That's a fact.
Let me know what you talking about. Like, we know you bust your gun. You know, we do. And I ain't mad at that, because I used to rap the same way. We know you bust your gun. We know you puff your lie. You know, we know you got all the females.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, put another spin on it a little bit sometime, man. Because some of these youngers, they need to hear something with some substance in it.
Just want to salute y'all for doing this. I've interviewed a lot of people, like from radio to this scenic route thing, but the whole interview, y'all, is about y'all. And y'all shouting out everybody from all over the place, giving people their props. That's love. That's what it's all about. So I just hope that the newer artists could see what y'all accomplished with just that part right there, to understand that collectively and unified, we can get a lot further than this crab in the bucket, I'm the man mentality.
Well, we built a lot of relationships.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, with people. You know, so it was all love, man. They respected us, we respected them, man. We sometimes we collaborated, we would do shows together.
Oh, and we had bars too. Let's not get it twisted.
I know y'all both learned from me.
We had bars too. So. And we actually did the work though. Like, we actually put in the work, and we basically, if you was nice, we knew you. It was like a certain upper echelon. Like right now, everybody's the man, and you know, it's not no, oh, this guy been rapping forever. He done put out all this material, so he's the guy.
Right.
You know, whoever put out their video last seems like they're the guy now.
Right.
Like, yeah, I just dropped one an hour ago. No, I just dropped mine 20 minutes ago. And, you know, nothing's wrong with that, but that's not how we came up. You know, we had to actually...
pay your dues, man.
You had to pay your dues. You couldn't just pop out of nowhere without nobody co-signing for you. And, you know, that do something to the integrity of the music, too. Just a little bit, though. Just a little bit. Because, I mean, I never really wanted nobody to hear nothing until I knew it was ready. Now it's like...
Yeah, I just say make yourself a household name, man. It's a few that come through Charleston. It's a few that come through all those other cities we talk about. But when you say, in our generation, if you say Hype Touch, everybody know who you talking about.
Exactly.
If you say Soda Pop Crew, and that's even before my time, people know who you talking about.
Right.
So when you say Plenty Rock, Hugh Holler,